What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those that are new, behind me is my 2006 GMC Sierra, aka Chomper, and this is by far my favorite truck to just go out and drive. It's extremely fun and comfortable. We've been on the rough country leveling kit for about a year and a half now, and I really have nothing bad to say about it, except it could be improved, right? The shocks are definitely something that could be improved, so that's exactly what we're going to be doing today, is upgrading our shocks to some Bilstein 5100s front and rear, and I think this is going to make this truck ride like a Cadillac. It definitely needs a little bit of help on that rebound, which I think is going to be exactly what this delivers. So should be a pretty simple install. Let's go ahead, get the wheels and tires off, get started. Now, you definitely don't have to take your wheel and tires off to get access to that shock, but just for the video, we're going to go ahead and do it. To remove our rough country shock, all we need is a 14 mil up top and then a 13/16 socket and wrench. Come on, muscle it up. There we go. Now let's go ahead and dress our new Bilstein. This guy, this guy like that. And then just reversed on top. Just throw it in there. Get that lined up. This nut's going to be a little bit bigger. I'm using a 11/16, I think. You don't have to go super crazy tight. I probably did that a little too tight. Actually, that's probably about perfect. So that is it. That's how you install the Bilstein shocks on the front. That looks freaking amazing. Holy crap, that looks great. I'm gonna go ahead and get the driver's side knocked out, and then I'll catch up with y'all for the rear shocks. I'd say our bump stops took a beating the other day when we had the bed of this thing loaded down. Definitely need to replace them bad boys. They are rotted. And on the rear, all you're gonna need is a 13/16 socket and wrench. Thankfully, we've got plenty of room before it bottoms out, because I checked it and it squishes a lot more than that off the truck. So shouldn't have any issues with it bottoming out, which is great. I was a little worried about that. Well, at a bare minimum, they look a lot better. That is for sure. Let's go take it down the road, see how they drive. First test is gonna be the bridge. Oh man. Holy crap, the rebound is way better. Initial first thoughts, I don't know if it's any smoother just driving down the road. Obviously these are brand spanking new, so maybe they will break in a little bit and soften up. I know the Fox shocks are notorious for being super stiff at first and then being very smooth after you get a couple not all have a baby life, but it's good to still see them on the road. So I got some decent miles on it, and I want to give y'all my first kind of impressions. Of course, we'll have a updated long-term review once we get some good break-in miles on them, because I think they do need to break in a little bit. They look freaking amazing, front and rear. They just look so freaking good. I am stoked on that. Obviously, it's not really something you necessarily see that much, but it is a nice little upgrade for those that might take a peek. But it is definitely stiffer, I will say that. Now, like I said, with the Foxes, they're known for being a little too stiff at first, but then breaking in really nicely, which might be the case here as well. I like the firmness or the stiffness that it adds over like the bumps where you're going over the bridge, where it doesn't let it rebound as much. Like it's not bouncy. It really just feels like it catches the bump, where the truck doesn't, go hopping down the road. It really absorbs that impact. But there is in some circumstances where I feel like it's a little bit rougher, which is a little weird to me. Maybe the shocks are just a little too short with the truck, with the way it's sitting without the rear blocks. That definitely could play a part in it. The front end feels amazing. I feel like some of that harshness that I sometimes feel is coming from the back, so that definitely might be the case. But it also could just be that they need more miles on them. They need to be broken in. They're made maybe a little bit stiffer so that they last the test of time. They break in, they get a little more soft, a little more forgiving. But overall, I definitely think it is an improvement. And for sure, if you're coming from your clapped out factory ones, it's going to be a huge, huge improvement, because it was going from my factory clapped out 150,000 mile shocks to the rough country ones. That was a noticeable improvement. And then even being able to notice an improvement from the rough countries to this, it's noticeable. So it's really nice. Like I said, though, if you were coming from your factory ones, it's going to be huge. It's going to be a night and day difference improvement going to the Bilsteins from your factory ones. I am very content with it. Like I said, we'll definitely have a long-term review as I put some good miles on this thing. See if some of that initial harshness in some circumstances clears up, smooths out. But overall, I definitely am excited with it. I'm happy that they are on there, that we put them on. And yeah, I'm also happy about this cool weather. What y'all think, dude? Fall is rolling on in. We went from 100 degrees every single day to what, nice little 75. I'm loving it. So anyways, I'm gonna quit rambling. Hopefully y'all did enjoy. Comment down below what your opinions are of Bilsteins, of rough countries, or even just going back to the OEM shocks. Let me know what your personal favorites are, do's and don'ts. And with that said, I'll see y'all in the next one.